Hello, everybody. So, I wanted to record a video about me explaining my theory of black holes because I've been thinking of this theory ever for a little while now, and I want to share it. So, basically, this is all thanks to Albert Einstein, where you can learn a lot about his equation E equals mc to the power of 2. The first question I thought of it is, what is mass? Well, according to this equation, little mass can be converted to high amounts of energy. Here's how. And E equals energy, m equals mass, c to the power of 2 equals speed of light times speed of light, or just to the power of 2. This equation has been often called mass-energy equivalence. This means that, for example, the mass of a proton, which is 1.673 times 10 to the power of minus 27, will be multiplied by the speed of light squared, which is 8.9875 times 10 to the power of 16, which would equal to 1.5 times 10 to the power of minus 10 joules of energy. I know that this might have been a bit confusing, but this means that mass is not related to weight or gravity. It is a way to measure energy. Listen, here's another example. If a car is traveling at 100 kilometers per hour and a plane is traveling at the same speed, the plane would need more energy to maintain its speed at 100 kilometers per hour than a car. This is because of mass, not gravity. Now, that is the first part of my theory. The second part is how this affects black holes. So let me give you an example in space. Hydrogen atoms in the sun cannot stay hydrogen, they turn into helium. They remain the same weight, size, and they have the same composition. The only issue is that the helium atom loses mass compared to the hydrogen atom. The explanation behind this is because some of the hydrogen atom's mass got converted to energy to heat up the sun. Without this process of mass converted to energy, all stars would die. Having less mass doesn't mean less weight because the helium atom will remain the same. Now that we know that mass is proportional to energy, we can now talk about my theory of black holes. You see, black hole must have an unknown source of energy because like everything else in the universe, energy cannot be created, it needs to exist already. My theory is that a black hole behaves somewhat the same as its previous state, a star. Previous state because when a star is 8 times or more the mass of the sun, it explodes into a supernova, and then it becomes a black hole. So what my point is, all matter has a mass. This means that when a black hole sucks matter past its accretion disk, I think that the matter's mass gets converted to energy to power the black hole. Let me give you an example of how this would function. A star having the mass of the sun gets sucked into the black hole. The mass of the sun is 2 times 10 to the power of 30 kilograms. You would then calculate the speed of light, meters per second, squared, which equals to 8.9875 times 10 to the power of 16. Your equation would be 2 times 10 to the power of 30 times 8.975 times 10 to the power of 16, which would equal to 1.7975 times 10 to the power of 47 joules of energy. This is an example of low mass equals high energy. 1.7975 times 10 to the power of 47 joules of energy is definitely enough to power a black hole for a long period of time. Now, moving on to supermassive black holes, which are known as quasars. Quasars emit jets, which are shot into outer space. Astrophysicists don't know how this jet is formed. Using the logic of my theory, I said earlier, a black hole would logically behave somewhat the same as a star. When a star has too much energy to store, it emits luminosity, which makes it lose mass and energy because both are proportional. Using this, we can infer that if a supermassive black hole has an overdose in energy, it would emit luminosity, which would make sense because quasars are the brightest things in the universe. But if even after emitting light it still has an overdose in energy, it would logically need to get rid of its energy by shooting mass into outer space, which exactly matches the jets that are shot into outer space. Now, this is the end of my theory, so please put your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.